What's up, everybody? This camera. What's up? Kind of want to focus in a little more on me because I got a little setup going on back here for this particular video. Hey, what's up, everybody? I just kind of did a last minute, when you feel it in your spirit that you're supposed to be doing something, and I've been trying to get on Periscope these last few days, few weeks, but these last week's been crazy for me. Let me know where you guys are all scoping from. Welcome to the Embrace Her Legacy Scope channel, where we do all things fabulous because we birth our dreams. So guys, I really just want to get right into it. I guess when people log on, they'll log on. You can always catch the replay later. Like always, swipe left and you can share with your followers. Show me love if you like what I'm saying. And then also I upload these videos onto YouTube as well later. So I'm going to give everybody else like another little second to chime in, see where everybody's at. It's really what's today, Tuesday afternoon, so some people are probably at work and stuff. Shout out to those of us who work for ourselves and who can do this, midday Periscope thing. All right, real quick, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Maria Melendez. I am founder. I'm trying to make sure my notes don't go anywhere. I'm founder and CEO of Embrace Her Legacy. And what I do through my company, Embrace Her Legacy, I empower women and girls, especially millennial women. I empower, inspire, and educate women and girls to give birth to your dreams and live according to a purpose-driven legacy. I believe that we all have a legacy to leave, and whether you know it or not, you are leaving a legacy. You are setting the footprint of how you want to be remembered, whether that is a good or a bad, or whether or not people will even remember you in the first place. So I believe that we all have pregnant with dreams. So I know that's all some of us may be pregnant with, especially if any of my young girls up here. But I believe that I have been called to be a midwife, meaning part of my purpose is to help coach and help you birth whatever that dream is inside of you. And I am also an author. The name of my book is called Take the Limits Off Your Legacy. I'm also an executive producer. You can catch all of our web series on YouTube. And then the creator of Embrace Her Legacy and all these dope personal development programs. I really am all about personal development. And I really believe everybody should have a personal growth plan, So I like to coach women with their goals and provide different personal development info products and classes that you can definitely take online. And you can take advantage of that at embraceherlegacy.com. So, real quick, guys, I've been feeling a lot of my spirit about, I like my door knocking earrings, I'm trying to take it back, 80s born, 90s raised. So, I am a student of success because I desire to be successful. And one thing I know for a fact is that success varies from person to person. We live in a world where success is money, power, status, fame, but success is achieving a worthy goal. What is being successful to me may not. I just looked out the window. It looks like it's going to pour in New York City. But anyway, being successful to me may not be what's being successful to you. And that's okay. Like if a woman wants to stay at home and raise her 3 children and that's what she desires to do and she's happy, then she's successful. Just like if a woman wants to rise to the ranks and become the CEO of her own company or for a corporate entity, she's successful as well, because if that's what she wants to do. So first things first that I like to get clear is that success is whatever you define it to be. You have to define what success is to you. But on my journey of success, and I know a lot of you guys may be familiar, is that if you're driven, if you're entrepreneurial minded, if you're an entrepreneur, if you're career oriented, you probably follow a lot of certain, you probably look for answers on social media, we live in an information age, so we probably Google schmoogle webinars and things to watch and to help you gain success. And one thing I noticed is that a lot of people are caught up into numbers and, oh, I made $50,000 in the last 6 weeks and you can do it too, and get your money right, girl. And if something's wrong, if you're not making all this money. And I'm like, okay. I then saw another account and this other set of entrepreneurs who were like, yeah, if you want to be an entrepreneur, you have to endure being broke for a very long time. And I was like, aha, somebody that keeps it real. And I say that all to say is that some of us can be bamboozled by the actual, it's getting kind of dark. I was kind of counting on my light. But some of us can be bamboozled by the journey of success. A lot of us are chasing success for the wrong reasons. A lot of us want money, power, status, fame to feel validated, to have our worth then be defined in that. And I always say, if you define your self-worth in something outside of yourself, you will never be permanently secure, because those things will always change. Money comes and goes. Marital statuses change. Maybe you're secure because you have a certain husband. So what if he leaves you? Maybe your security is in having all these followers on Instagram, on social media. What if all those followers, what if somebody posts a blog post about you and you lose all them followers? So you worthy because you have this business. What if you go out of business in a year? So a lot of us are chasing success for shallow, naive reasons. And then there's this notion that, oh my gosh, success, you're gonna especially start a business and it's gonna be easy. But no, it's not. And I'm not only talking about success as an entrepreneur. I'm also talking success in your personal life. A lot of us, especially women, I'm now in a certain age bracket, over 30, over the 30 club. And I see a lot of girls who are so committed, so not desperate, but about getting married. And then you don't understand that if you want a successful marriage, you're going to have to fight for it. If you want a successful business, you're going to have to fight for it. If you want a successful family, you are going to have to fight for it. If you want a successful company, maybe you're like the product manager of a certain project at your company, you are going to have to fight for it. And too many of us are getting punked into a corner when it comes to fighting for what's rightfully mine. Like I see girls all the time, you want to get married, but you ready to run away at the first sign of trouble. Then honey, you don't need to be getting married right now, because marriage is a covenant. Right? And you say you take those vows and it's for better, for worse, to death do us part. But you don't get married for selfish reasons, and when things don't go your way, you want to run away. No, you have to fight for your success. So why am I telling you all this? Because the other day, 2 weeks ago, and then last week, all hell was breaking loose in my personal life. And I'm not really going to get into details because this is not the feel bad for Maria day, but I made a decision, and I said to myself, you know what? Either I'm going to let all this discouragement and these disappointments and things going the way I didn't thought they should go distract me, or I'm going to get back up. I'm going to fight for what is rightfully mine. I know I have the right, as a child of God, yes, I know I have the right to a successful anything in my life, whether it be my relationship, whether it be my family, whether it be my business. And I noticed that for the last 4 or 5 years, I was allowing things to punk me into a corner. And I'm saying that to you. Stop being punked into a corner by things and disappointments and things that come to distract you and to discourage you. The word discouragement is to discourage. Discouragements come to steal your courage. And it's up to you to let me tell you, there's always going to be opposing forces trying to get what's yours. So that marriage that you're trying to go for, best believe there's opposing force that doesn't want to see that happen. That business that you're trying to launch, you better believe there are opposing forces out here that don't want to see that happen. That church or that charity or that nonprofit organization that you want to have helping traffic girls, you better believe there are powers and things out there that do not want to see that happen. You raising successful children, especially if you're raising children of color, there are opposing forces that don't want to see that happen. So you have to gear up. You have to gear up, and you have to say, am I going to fight for what's rightfully mine? Too many of us go into one little problem. You endure a season of broke, and you're like, I keep at it. Don't get me wrong, that'd be me too, but you got to fight back. It's time to woman up. All of that, being scared and being in the corner and not fighting for what's rightfully yours, you're going to get pushed into a corner. Now, I always go back to this quote. Now, y'all know, you probably seen the iconic movie, The Color Purple. And the line that I always refer to is, I lovely Sophia, played by Oprah Winfrey. All my life, I've had to fight. And she hit it on the head. Because anything good in this life is going to require you to fight for it, okay? Nobody likes to deal with pain, frustration, delay. Everybody wants the benefits of success, but nobody wants to go through the process, okay? How can you want the benefits? You want to reap the benefits, but you want to go from A to Z. You don't want to go from B, C, D, back to A, F, maybe back to D, all of that. You have to make a decision right now. Am I going to fight for what's rightfully mine? Life will throw you some unexpected circumstances that are going to try to steal. Let me tell you what's going to steal: your joy, your peace, your prosperity, your money, your patience. And I get it. Sometimes those situations can be so scary that we may, like I said, want to be bullied in a corner. I need you to understand this is a call to action for you to fight back, okay? It's time for you to fight back for what's rightfully yours. Fight for territory. Everything in life is going to be a fight for territory. Like I said, there will always be something opposing your success. It's up to you. You can either whine about it or you can win. You can sink or swim, or you could be bullied, or you can fight back. Like I said, nobody knows what was going on in my personal life last week, where all hell, when I say all hell was breaking loose, and I took power and authority over the situation. My fellow believers know what I'm talking about. And I said, no, I'm going to keep on moving forward, and I'm going to keep on keeping all of my commitments, and I'm going to walk by faith and trust that God, he's going to take care of this, and he's going to be on my side. And not that I went and I kicked it out the park at every speaking engagement I went to, and all the women and all the girls from all ages, all races came up to me after me, asking me all, this information, saying how much I inspired them. And I was flooded with thank you emails. And I'm like, look, those opposing forces were trying to distract me and discourage me from what I was going through personally, to stop me from my assignment. Your life is an assignment. Get that right. You walking in your purpose is not about me. People think I want to be an entrepreneur, or I am an entrepreneur because I think it's cute. No, I know that there's an assignment on my life to walk and to be this businesswoman, to be this speaker, and to influence all the lives that I have been called to influence. So that is why I am an entrepreneur, because I know it's bigger than me, and I know there are lives that are waiting for me to give what it is that I have to give. So you have to remember that if you don't fight for this, somebody else, it's going to cost you again, okay? And if you're going through that season, I know most of us don't like to talk about it, especially those of us who are entrepreneurs. And I was reading, you got to follow this account before 5 a.m. on Instagram. He's amazing. And he was sharing, I don't know if it was his story, or I think Nathan Chance from Founder Magazine, another entrepreneurial Instagram account that you should follow. And they were talking about being broke, so broke that he didn't have money in his account to buy coffee. Coffee in New York costs like $2 to $3, I've been there. I still have my days sometimes where I'm like, oh my goodness, everything's coming in. And you're like, how am I going to do this? How am I going to get there? I've been there before. We all are. And we need to understand that that's okay, because sometimes we got to understand, if I hadn't gone through what I've been through, my broke days, my, oh my gosh, crying alone in my bed at night days, I would not have been able to fight through what I just fought through these past few weeks. I would not have been able to have, my father in the hospital, and me being like, the doctors are telling me one thing, and I'm like, no, that's not the truth. I know what I'm going to do. And no, my father's going to make it. He's going to be all right. If I hadn't been through what I had been through, I would never, ever have been able to fight the way I've been able to fight now for what is rightfully mine. I'm like, no, no, I know, I know my father has a right to be healed. So that's what I'm saying. You're going to have to fight for what's rightfully yours, because everything that happened to you is happening for you. I have gone through hell and high water the last year, especially the last 4 years, pushing out this baby called Embrace Her Legacy. And all of that prepared me for this season in my life where now I feel unstoppable. I'm like, oh, whatever. No one monkey won't stop my show. There's nothing that I cannot do, okay? or you may be experiencing, maybe your fight has nothing to do with money and business and success. Maybe it's a personal fight. Maybe you and your husband and you and your boyfriend are going through a rough patch. Well, if y'all love each other, baby girl, fight for what is rightfully yours. We can't be kids anymore and crying and wooing because he didn't call me back or something stupid. Like I always tell people, go to this place in your life. I want you to think about the last 5 minutes, when you're breathing, the last 5 minutes of your life. What decisions do you want to be proud of, and what story do you want to tell? Too many of us want the happy, oh, I wanted this and I wanted that, but we don't want to fight. So if you're in that, if you're sleeping, breathing your last breath, do you want to be the girl who walked away from a good opportunity with her and her man because she was selfish and she couldn't be patient? Or do you want to be the woman that tells the story? Do you understand that that could be the story that you can tell your grandkids, your great-grandkids, when they start experiencing their maybe marital troubles, to say, you know, you can say, let's call her Ashley, your great-granddaughter Ashley. You can tell her, Ashley, me and your grandfather, we went there, we've been there, and this is what I did. What story do you want to tell? When you can get an idea of what story we want to tell, you can make a better decision to fight back. You're a warrior, and you don't even know it. Most of us are, well, heck, I didn't know I'd be, if you would have told me a year ago, Maria, you know, your father's going to fall in the hospital because this and this in that hospital, this and this is happening. You're going to have to run with him over there and handle this. And then you're going to have to, you know, have 2 speaking engagements and be launching a summer institute for your program all at the same time. And you're not even going to blink. Like, I didn't even blink. Like, you couldn't even, I just was in go mode, and I knew who my source was, and it was my faith, and that's what kept me going. But my dad is way better now. Thank God. He is, he's doing so much better, and that is by the grace of God. And, thank you for that. But I just say that circumstances come to strengthen you, and you're going to have to fight back. I don't want to see no girls. I don't want none of my tribe. Like, you part of the Embrace Her Legacy tribe, and you wimping out at the first sign of trouble. It's like exercising. Nobody likes to exercise because your muscles that aren't being used to being used are used. However, once you start using them, they get stronger. And that's the same thing about these character traits that are going to be exercised in those times of trouble. Excuse me. I didn't know anything about patience 4 years ago. I've always had everything handed for me. I've always been a hard worker, but I've always been like, fly and had it all, handed to me until the last 4 years. And I'm like, oh, this success thing, at least what I define success as, is going to cost me. And I've embraced it. So I want to leave this note to you that your success is worth fighting for. And you know what? The better life is worth the struggle. So what if you have to endure a season of broke? Maybe you're in between jobs. Maybe your business isn't selling as much as you thought it would. Stop judging your success by a season in your life, right? All seasons eventually change. It's now summertime, right? Even though it seems like there's about to be a downpour outside. Make a commitment to fight for your prosperity and relax, and the right opportunity is coming at the right time. And I want to leave you with this. God will always send you something to show you and affirm that you're in the right place at the right time. Whatever he promised you, whatever it is, it may not be coming when you thought it was, but this maybe is him talking through me, that it's right on time. Don't be discouraged. Don't let discouragement steal what is right for you, rightfully yours. Don't get weary in doing good, because in due time, what is rightfully yours will manifest in this physical realm. But you got to believe it, and you got to receive that first. So I don't want you in the corner crying anymore. I want you to fight, baby girl. Fight for what is rightfully yours. You should have saw me 2 weeks ago when other things was going on. I was in my bedroom I was doing everything that I knew to do to fight for my success, whether that's praying, whether that's, I'm surrendering my life, whether it's just having quiet time, whether it's meditating, whatever it is. You have to understand this. Anything good in your life, you are going to have to fight for. Okay? Big things don't happen. Great things don't happen because somebody punked out. As a matter of fact, I saw an Instagram post the other day that said, like, so hilarious. It was like, remember that person who gave up? And they were like, yeah, neither does anybody else. Nobody remembers a person who gave up. There is too much at hand. Lives are depending on you to birth out that dream that you have. You think it's all about you, but somebody else is going to see you. Somebody else needs what you're giving. You're going to have to fight for your success. It's just a season. All seasons eventually change, all right? And like Sophia said, all her life she had to fight. So either you can suit up, get your boxing gloves on, or you can be bullied in the corner. And bullies always know who to fight, who to pick, right? Bullies always pick the weak ones. Bullies ain't never going to pick the strong ones who's going to fight back for their lunch money. Don't be bullied. Don't be bullied. Don't be the little punk in the corner crying. Fight back. I come from the school. Somebody hit you hit them back. That's the school I come from. So, you fight back. You say, I have the right to be successful in all aspects of my life. So fight for what's yours, baby girl. All right, so if you like what you seeing, hit me up at embraceherlegacy.com. Follow me at Instagram. Follow the Embrace Her Legacy account on Instagram at Embrace Her Legacy. And you can follow me personally. I am Maria Melendez on Embrace Her Legacy, and you can watch more of this stuff and see what you like. All right, so everybody have a blessed, wonderful day. And like I said, fight for what is rightfully yours. Don't let discouragement come and steal what's already been predestined for you. It's all coming at the right time. Okay? All right. Later, guys.